Once, in the galactic quadrant where stars died slowly and peacefully, there shimmered a city that never slept, Solaria. Perched on a ringed moon orbiting a forgotten gas giant, Solaria was the archive of humanity, not just knowledge, but memory, emotional echoes, preserved experiences, all stored in crystalline data hollows and neural light orbs. Kale, the last lightkeeper, moved through corridors glowing with the laughter, fear, triumph, and heartbreak of his kind. His job? To maintain the resonance beacons that kept the memories intact. But Kale hadn't heard from Earth in 400 years. This story begins when he notices something strange. One of the oldest orbs, deep in the lower vaults, starts to flicker. Not degrade, flicker, like a heartbeat. Drawn by curiosity, Kale listens. It's a memory he doesn't recognize. A lullaby in a language he's never heard, layered with coordinates from a region of space Earth had once declared unreachable, the veiled sector. And so, for the first time in centuries, the Lightkeeper steps outside the city, a ship whispering his name, Numa. Numa, the ship of thought and pulse, sails the quiet dark. Through folded space, through nebulae like torn dreams, Kale finds the veiled sector, a place of rogue AI fragments, silent ruins, and echoes, not memories, but resonances like the archives, only older, pre-human, pre-everything. Among these ruins, Kale discovers the voice engine, a biomechanical entity that listens more than it speaks. It reacts to the memory orb Kale carries, and in doing so, plays back a harmony, humanity's first interstellar broadcast. The engine, it turns out, is alive and had kept the echo for eons, waiting for someone who remembered how to feel sound. Kale doesn't conquer, doesn't fight. He listens, and in return, the engine opens up an old star map, showing dozens of lost Solarian outposts, places where memory still waits to be recovered. He sets course, not as a hero, but as a curator. Each station Kale finds has its own challenge, not traps, but emotional truths. One station contains an AI choir that only opens to songs of genuine grief. Another plays the last thoughts of a generation lost to stellar plague. Kale walks these stations not as a warrior, but as a shepherd of resonance. Each recovered orb is added to Numa. The ship itself begins to change, walls humming with songs, corridors glowing with childhood memories, decks echoing with first kisses and last goodbyes. At the third station, Kale finds something he didn't expect. A Solarian-born child, raised by an old medical drone. The child, named Lyra, doesn't know history, but she remembers stories. Kale takes her aboard. Together, they realize they aren't just recovering echoes, they're rebuilding a soul. Numa returns to Solaria, not alone, but alive. The city recognizes the returning orbs. Beacons, long dormant, ignite. But something deeper happens. Kale uploads the harmonics of all the recovered memories, and the city shifts. The archives no longer need light keepers. They are the keepers. Lyra stands at the central console. The city pulses like a heart. Kale, now gray and tired, realizes the mission was never preservation. It was reclamation, and not of data, but of dignity, of humanity, of shared breath across time. As stars outside flare and fold, Solaria projects the resonance outward, not as a signal of survival, but as an invitation. We remember you. Remember us. And the galaxy slowly begins to hum back.